So today's topic is more related to this ayah. Respected brothers, I'll talk about three expenses or expenditures that we think are the expenses or the expenditures, but in real, those are the investments, the future investment, the benefit of which you receive in this dunya and the world hereafter, which is the akhirah, which is the life which has no ending. Abu Hurairah radiallahu ta'ala anhu says, the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam has said that when a man dies, his good deeds comes to an end, except three. Number one, the money that he spent on ongoing charity. I'll talk about what is ongoing charity inshallah later on. Number two, al-ilm al-nafi', which is the knowledge that he has left behind, the legacy of the knowledge that he has left behind. And number three is walad salih, the righteous offspring, the righteous awlad that he has left behind. So these are three things. On these three things, as much as we spend, it's not an expense. It's basically, in accounting term, it's called expenditure. This is made to create the assets. And the assets, they give benefits over the long term. But those assets depreciate, but this asset never depreciates. The asset that you create by investing money in these three, it has no depreciation. It stays forever, and as long as that stays, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives you the reward. So ongoing charity, there are different ongoing charities. For example, building a well, sponsoring an orphan, helping the spread of Allah's message, the dawah, publications of Islamic material, or sponsoring a student of ilm, a student of Islamic education. You sponsor his expenses and he becomes alim, right? So whatever good deed he do, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives you the same reward. And as long as he's spreading this knowledge, and he is having his students, and his students is having their students, and their students are having their students, and their students are having their students, until the end of the world, all this reward multiplies. It's like commission, right? There are some businesses where you can be a commission, you can take a commission, you become the owner, and then there are 3-4 people under you, and then they have 3-4 people under you, and then they have 3-4 people under them, and you receive a percentage from all of them. At the end of the day, you do nothing, you are sitting home, but you receive like more money than all these people, with less effort. The effort that you did was the first time. So the same is here. When you spend your money in ongoing charity for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for example, planting a tree, the most important action in the ongoing charity is sponsoring the spread of the ilm, or sponsoring the building of the masjid. Either you build yourself the entire masjid, or you become the part of the construction of the building. There is another hadith, Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says that if a Muslim, he puts a brick in order to build a masjid, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives him an entire house in the Jannah. So that is an investment with the less money but a huge return. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq and barakah. Respected brothers, you guys know that alhamdulillah we are planning to build the masjid, expand the masjid inshallah, and the lot that you see on my right there. So the masjid is looking forward to your charities inshallah, as much as you can, as less as you can. I mean, look at your pocket. If it is $100, if it is $1,000, if it is $100,000, if it is more than that, the more the better. Right? May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq. The second thing is the knowledge that you left behind. If you are a scholar, you become a scholar, and then you left a lot of students behind you, and those students keep on teaching the other students, the reward gets to you. But if you could not become a scholar, you could make someone a scholar. Right? Or you are not a scholar, you couldn't become a scholar of any knowledge. Every knowledge is from Allah. Right? If it is science, whatever the knowledge is, if it is knowledge of Quran, knowledge of Hadith, knowledge of Deen, knowledge of any science, it's from Allah. Right? So everything, whatever knowledge you have, as long as the people are getting benefited from them, the reward will be for you until the end of the day, end of this world. If you could not become a knowledgeable person, or you could not leave behind the knowledge, you invest on your children. And they become the people of the society, where society benefits from them. And they always pray for you. Not the children, not the offspring that you leave behind, that they don't know what Allah is, what Deen is, what Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is, what are the teachings of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, what is the teaching of Islam. If they don't know that, and they are the ones that you struggle for them, you accepted all the struggles and you strive for them, and you earn for them, and you make them something, and then when you go behind, they do not pray behind you. And they are the people, from them, there is no benefit to the society, but there is a lot of harm to the society. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make one of those whose offsprings, whose children are according to the Quran and Hadith. They're the followers of the Quran and Hadith. They are the followers of the Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So here two things are connected to one another. Number one, the money that you invest in building the masjid. And number two, the money that you spend on the tarbiyah of your children. Because when there is masjid, there will be tarbiyah of your children. And about this I spoke last time, that how the masjid plays an important role in becoming your children righteous, which is an investment for you. Right? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us tawfiq to invest up to the capacity that we have, to invest on the charity, to invest on our children, and to invest on ourselves. Ameen ya Rabb. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.